Welcome to Marketing Tales with Chris Raposo, a podcast created to spotlight and highlight marketers, tell their stories, and share their knowledge with those interested in all things marketing. If you're interested in more than just the cut and dry strategies and tactics and want to learn more about the human side of his guests and how they got to where they are today, then this show is for you.
How do you target specific demographics with YouTube ads, and how granular can you get with targeting options?
Oh man, I love talking about targeting with YouTube. Google knows so much about us. Like, it knows that I'm married, it knows I have kids, it knows everything because of what I'm looking up on Google search, what I'm watching on YouTube. Anyone who's listening to this, Google knows you more than you know you, okay? Serious. So what it does, it uses all that information for advertising purposes. So I can say to Google, I want you to show my ad to anyone that's visited these websites. Anyone that goes to these websites or types in these search terms, and they are in the top 30% of income owners in America. I can target people who are looking for my product, who have the money to buy my product and are ready to buy my product. So the vast majority of your leads coming in, right, they're gonna be super highly qualified because of your targeting.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Marketing Tales Show with Chris Raposo. Today I have the honor to welcome my guest, Marcus Svedin from Perth, Australia. Marcus, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Chris. Thank you.
So I want everybody that's not listening to this podcast on YouTube to close your eyes and just imagine Chris Hemsworth when he opens his mouth.
I don't know about that. He's a bit more shredded than I am.
You can get there with a little bit of time and effort.
Yeah, a little bit of time. Yeah. A bit of plastic surgery, I'll be good to go.
So Marcus, we briefly talked in a pre-interview a couple of weeks ago, and talked a little bit about your background, and understand that you haven't always been in marketing and haven't been in marketing too long. Can you tell us a little bit about your background and what led you to founding your company, Titan Marketer, and what you offer?
Yeah, no, for sure. So basically, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, I was a industrial electrician, and it was good. I mean, it was a good job. I was sorely underworked and heavily overpaid. I got paid for what I knew, not for what I did. You know, it was good. Like if I had to have a job, like working for someone else, it would be that, right? And one day I was a week out from starting a new job. It was a schmicko job, like super sweet. And I took my oldest son Ben, to this trampoline arena death trap for adults. And so I was jumping from one trampoline to another trampoline, as dads do. Then I forget that I'm in my late 30s and I'm no longer 12. And so when I came down, my right knee decided to go and dislocate. So the top part of my knee bone went to the inside of my leg and it popped back in place. And in the meantime, my ACL got cut in half. My MCL came off, right? The butt came off. And then I think it's the PCL in the back got damaged. My meniscus got damaged. And so it's like the worst pain I ever felt in my life. Worst pain ever, right? And so obviously I couldn't start this new job in a week, right? And they held that position for like 7 months, 8 months for me. So in the meantime, I still had to make bacon. I still had to put, bread on the table. And so 2.5 years before this happened, I was like on the side doing like a little bit of Facebook advertising, some affiliate marketing, that kind of stuff, and email marketing, and a good friend of mine, Ben Jones, he actually my co-founder. We both founded Type Marketer. He was like, "Hey, I'm good at sales. You're good at marketing. Let's just combine our powers and form Captain Planet." So that's what we did, right? So we formed Type Marketer, and and then we started out teaching people like social media marketing, like organic and paid. But there was so much of that going around. Like, there's so many Facebook marketing coaches and this and that. And so then we transitioned to Google Ads. And then we did that for a while. And then we found out, people wanted to know more about YouTube. So we did a bit more, focus more on YouTube. But then we realized, man, like, no one offers this. Like, hardly anyone offers this service. No one's teaching it. Like, there's like a couple people in the UK, Elric Heck in the US there, and no one here in Australia. And I'm just like, dude, this is like a mint. This is a gold mine. So that's when we're like, look, we'll just start focusing just on YouTube.
Okay.
I mean, we've been doing it ourselves for like 2 years at this point, and we were pretty good at it. Like, well, we can just teach other people to do it. Like, just that's it. Mm-hmm. And that's what we did. So we said, all right, we'll just focus purely on YouTube advertising. And here we are.
Here you are, hitting it hard, man. I've seen your LinkedIn posts, and as well as some of your activity on your YouTube channel as well. So it's great to see your journey and how you progress and how you teach that kind of stuff that few people know about. So we all on YouTube, and we all see these ads pop up, but none of us really thinks about actually investing in that. So let's have an episode about that, since you're an expert in this. Can you explain the fundamental differences between YouTube advertising and traditional forms of digital marketing, and why should businesses consider leveraging YouTube as a part of their marketing strategy?
So basically, if you look at the timeline of advertising, particularly in the digital space, right? Back in the 90s, right? Google, like late 90s, Google search was big. Like, it was, I wish that I was old enough then to like know about Google search and how cool it was when it was super, not very competitive, super cheap, right? But see, now it's very competitive, right? A lot of local businesses and whatnot, they're all doing Google search, right? And then like in the and so then like in the early, was it mid 2000s, 2010s, around 2012, the Facebook came out, right? And like everyone's doing Facebook now, right? But when Facebook first started, it was like super cheap and got really good results. It was awesome, right? But see, now everyone's doing it, man. Like 90+% of advertisers are doing Facebook ads, right? Whereas YouTube, hardly anyone's doing it. Like in America, 8% of advertisers actually do YouTube advertising. Wow. Right? 8%. That's it. And so it's just like, why? Why is it so small? And the reason being is the barrier to entry for YouTube is harder. Like, for example, like Facebook, Google search ads, right? All you have to do is have a Google Ads account, put up some text, headlines, you'll find a URL and start. Easy, right? I mean, it's a bit more to that, but yeah, it's basically essentially what it is, right? Same thing with Facebook. Okay, Facebook, you put on some funny looking picture, some of that, and then you put out some headline with some text and then a CTA, and then away you go. Okay. However, with YouTube, you got to create a script, all right? And the script has to be formatted properly. And then you have to shoot the script, and then you have to edit the video, and then you got to, upload it, and then create an ad around it. Create a campaign around it. It's the barrier to entry is so much greater, right? And so that's why Now, that's why it's perfect for any business that is willing to put in the effort, right? You're going to reap the rewards because hardly anyone's doing it. And it's good for e-com. It's good for local businesses. It's good for coaches, consult, anyone that's like lead, like high ticket lead generation, anything like that. You should be utilizing YouTube ads.
There's with the Facebook and the Google ads that you just mentioned, it's all text based, and you kind of you can hide behind your keyboard. But with the YouTube ads, if you're the one small business, you got to get in front of the camera, overcome that fear. A lot of people have
That's it. That's
right?
it. But you reap the rewards.
Exactly.
You take the risk, you reap the rewards.
Yeah, because you're different. You differentiate yourself from your competitors. Just having the guts to get up there and speak. And I always tell people, you feel really awkward at the beginning in front of a camera, but as you keep going, you get more comfortable with it.
It becomes second nature, man. It becomes second nature. Like with me now, I just get in front of the camera, I just start talking. But I never used to be that way. I never used to be that way. Like I was very kind of timid. I've always kind of been a bit, outgoing, speak too much kind of person. But you just get used to it. You just get used to it. And no one's watching. It's not like it's a live, Facebook Live. Like no one's watching. If you stuff up, you just start all over again.
Exactly. And you can always edit in the back, you can always.
Exactly.
And I was the same way when I first started this podcast. I didn't feel comfortable talking to strangers in front of a camera, but now here we are, 30.
You're speaking to Chris Hemsworth, man. You speak to Chris Hemsworth,
From Australia, from the land. So can you discuss the elements of a successful YouTube ad campaign? What does it take to create an engaging and converting YouTube ad?
With it, the most important part of a YouTube campaign is the actual creative itself. It's the actual ad, right? Now, yes, the settings in the campaign are important, right? But it's the actual creative. So the way you want to create a YouTube script is we do a 4-part script, which is a hook, an elevator pitch, and I'll explain what that is in a second, a story, and then a close. So it's 4 parts. Okay. So the hook, you are reaching out, calling out your dream client, who they are, right? So for example, some of the people that we love to work with are people who are already running ads on Facebook. Okay. But see, a lot of people, they get frustrated with Facebook, right? And so what we say is my hook is, are your Facebook is your Facebook advertising turning your hair 50 shades of gray? Maybe you should try YouTube ads, right? So in that 3-second hook right there, right? I'm like talking to people, like if you're not running YouTube, if you're not running Facebook ads, you're going to click skip. You're not going to listen to me. Yeah. But if you are, and you are frustrated with YouTube ads because they keep banning your account and you can't scale, and I won't, but your ears are going to prick up. You go, oh. And then I put the idea of YouTube advertising in your head. I've just hooked your attention, right? So then you transition to the elevator pitch. Okay. So imagine the reason why I call it elevator pitch is, imagine you're going to the top floor of the building to pitch an idea to your boss or to ask him for a raise, or whatever. Okay. So you get in the elevator, go to the top, and as the doors open, the boss gets in. Okay. And you have from top to the bottom about 30 seconds, 25 seconds to pitch your idea or to tell him why he should give you a raise or whatever. Okay. So in the next 25 seconds, after your hook, within the next 25 seconds of the ad, you need to explain to people why they should listen to you. Right? What kind of value, so in the next, so I'd say, so for example, is your Facebook advertising turning your hair 50 shades of gray? Okay, maybe try YouTube ads. Hi, my name is Marcus Svedin, and I help business owners add an additional 6 to 7 figures to their business using simple YouTube ads just like this. And in the next 2 minutes, I'm going to show you boom, 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 boom. Okay. So I'm like pitching to them to Pay attention to me.
Yep.
Okay. So after that, you then have your story. Okay. And this is where you deliver the value, right? You deliver the education, the entertainment, okay, that you promised inside that elevator pitch. Okay. And then you have a close. Now, a lot of people that do YouTube ads, when they do the close, they go, oh, some boring flipping. So to discover more, to learn more, to book a call, click below. Bleh. Okay. Now, you want to sell it, man. You need to sell the click. So you'd say, so if you like to discover, or if you like to learn how to add an additional 6 to 7 figures in your business in the next 100 days using YouTube ads just like this one, click on the link below. You'll be taken to a page that looks like this, right? And this is where you'll show them your landing page on the video, where you can watch the training, where you can book a call, where you can whatever, right? So there's a big difference between, so to discover more, click below. You know, you need to sell that sucker. You need to sell the click.
Yeah.
So you have your elevator pitch, your story, and your close.
Yeah. You need that compelling call to action at the end, you know, that actually drives people to go to the next step instead of just like, oh, maybe I'll think about it, right? You want to get them right away, get them right there, right then.
That's it.
Let's talk about specific demographics for YouTube ads. How do you target specific demographics with YouTube ads, and how granular can you get with targeting options?
Oh man, I love talking about targeting with YouTube. So check this out. So with YouTube ads, okay, Google knows so much about us, right? Like it knows so much about me. It knows that I love fishing. Like it knows that I'm married. It knows I have kids. It knows everything because of what I'm looking up on Google search, what I'm watching on YouTube. Okay. It knows that I'm a conspiracy theorist. It knows that, you know, like it knows all sorts about me, right? And it knows anyone who's listening to this, Google knows you more than you know you. Okay. Serious. So what it does, it uses all that information for advertising purposes. Okay. So I can say to Google, I want you to show my ad to anyone that's visited these websites. Okay. Or websites that are similar to these websites. So it could be your competitor websites, for example. Okay. I want to show my video, my ad, to anyone that's typed in these specific search terms in Google search. Okay. I want to show my video to anyone who uses these specific apps in the Google Play Store. All right. Or anyone that watches these videos on YouTube or types in these keywords on the YouTube, because YouTube's also a search engine, right? So you can get super granular. And then you can say, all right, anyone that goes to these websites or types in these search terms, and they are in the top 30% of income owners in America, right? And they're between these ages. So I can target people who are looking for my product, who have the money to buy my product and are ready to buy my product. Okay. Now, I deal a lot with coaches and consultants, for example, right? And their two biggest excuses they always hear is, I don't have enough money right now, and it's just not the right time, right? Well, with this type of targeting, you can eliminate a lot of those tire kickers from your advertising. So the vast majority of your leads coming in, right, they're going to be super highly qualified because of your targeting, right? So if I'm targeting, for example, the Facebook advertising app, okay, and I hit them up with an ad that says, you know, is your Facebook advertising turning your hair 50 shades of gray? Make sure YouTube ads. And they go, oh, hell yeah, that's a good idea, right? Then they come to my funnel, which is all about YouTube ads and training and booking call, all that nonsense, right? The lead that comes onto that call right, is going to be way qualified.
Yep.
Way qualified. Whereas like if you look at Facebook, it's all around like interests. It's just your interests. You know, like I'm going to target a mom. So I want to target a female who's interested in cats, surfing, and chocolate. Okay, you can do that on Facebook,
Yeah.
but I don't know if she has the money to buy my product. I don't know if she's ready to buy my product. Okay, so that's when it comes to targeting, specifically with YouTube. There's nothing even comes close to it. Nothing even comes close.
Yeah. That's the beauty of it being part of Google. You know, Google already has all that information about you if you're on a Google if you have a Google account, and then you just retarget it with the Google ads. So it's with the YouTube ad. Sorry, that's perfect. Now, there are various formats of ads on YouTube, right? There's skippable ads, non-skippable ads, bumper ads. Can you discuss the pros and cons of each, and how do you select the right one for a campaign? Is there like a money aspect to it, or some cheaper than others?
So the only ads that I run on YouTube are skippable in-stream ads. I've never run bumper ads.
Okay.
I've never run non-skippable ads because bumper ads, you get 6 seconds. Okay. I am not an insurance company. All right. I need more than 6 seconds. Okay. Non-skippable ads are 15 seconds. Okay. I'm not Monday.com. Okay. I need more than 15 seconds to go about my product. Or I'm not, I'm not a car company or, Walmart or whatever. Right. I have a message that's going to take between a minute and a half to 3 minutes to say. So I only ever run skippable in-stream ads. So if you're a local store, right, or if you're doing e-com, or if you're a coach or consultant or anything like that, right, you want to run skippable in-stream ads. And the reason is because people can skip your ad. I don't want someone watching my ad if they're not interested in what I have to offer. I don't want to pay for that. So the skip button is my best friend. I love the skip button. Okay. So that's the only ads I run. All right. I think there's only 3. There's non-skippable bumper, which is 6 seconds. Skippable, so non-skippable is 15 seconds, and then skippable in-stream ads are as long as you want.
Okay.
So you can have an ad. You can run a 45-minute webinar as an ad if you wanted to.
I've seen this.
I wouldn't recommend doing it, but you can.
Yeah, if you have a good product, I guess, and enough budget for that. So let's say a small company's listen to this, they're trying to get into video production, but they don't have the equipment. How important is video production quality in a YouTube advertising? And can you share any tips on balancing quality and budget? Does a simple iPhone do the trick?
So the biggest, most important thing in the actual video itself, aside from the script, right, is the audio. Okay. So as far as the video goes, I don't have it here with me. I just use my iPhone. I have an Android. I'm an Android man. I just have my my Samsung, right? As long as you have a half decent video camera, okay, that's all you need. That's all you need for as far as video goes. Okay. I do recommend getting, unless the camera has like an anti-shake setting on it, I do recommend getting, I think it's like a DJI. It's like you put your phone in it and you hold it, and it's like an anti-shake little handheld thing. Yeah, something like that. You have one of those, and then you want to get you can get like a cord lapel mic that hooks up to your phone, but I use the Rode Go 2. They're like wireless mics. So you hook the receiver up to the phone, and then the transmitter to like underneath your shirt. And then you put the little bunny tail on it, and that's it. That's all I use. That's literally all I use.
Amazing.
And like you can get a DJI for like $70. The Rode Go 2 is like maybe $170, somewhere there.
Okay. And
then your phone. That's it. That's all you need. That's all I ever use. I don't use fancy lights. I don't use fancy equipment. Like the fanciest equipment I use is probably the hair gel I put in my hair when I'm shooting the video, to be honest.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very simple. And the thing is about simple, authentic looking ads is because people don't want to see Hollywood style ads. They see it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They see Coke commercials and freaking insurance commercials and all this nonsense. And, they see all these Hollywood style type ads. Whereas if it's just you and your phone, and it makes you real and authentic, right?
Yep.
People crave two things today: truth and authenticity. Okay. And when you have a very authentic looking video, okay, you may think it won't work very well, but 9 times out of 10, it works really well because people love authenticity.
Yeah, that's especially relevant in a B2C sector where you want to be relatable to your audience. And so you build that relationship and that trust with the relatability right there, man.
100%. 100%.
Now, how do you measure success of a YouTube ad campaign? Are there some metrics that you focus on, and how do you use these insights for future campaigns?
So what I do is I have an ad, I have my offer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've created a bunch of ads. And what I do is I create a bunch of campaigns. I put these ads in them. And then I start looking at how much it costs to get one conversion, right? So I start out with, I create a campaign. I wait till I spend 2 times my target CPA.
Okay.
Right. So just say I'm willing to spend $100 on a lead. Okay. I will spend $200 on that campaign, right, before I make any decisions.
Okay.
Okay. Because here's what you understand is YouTube is different to Facebook. So what happens at Facebook is you can get really good results quite fast, right, with Facebook. But the problem is it's scaling and sustaining those results for the long term, or even the medium term, right? YouTube, on the other hand, it's like a rocket, like it takes a lot of freaking drama and time to get that sucker going, right? But once it's going, right, it scales, right? No joke. I have clients and students who've been running the same campaign with the same ad for 6+ months. If I'm lying, I'm dying, right? So once it gets going, it can just go, and you just keep boosting the budget little by little, little by little, little by little, and it just keeps going, Wow. But you have to get that data. You have to go through that slow momentum in the beginning, to get the speed later on.
Yeah, it's like whatever you just mentioned, the momentum is key, right? Because too many people give up too early, and then
100%. No patience, man. They have no patience. I'm like, they're like, oh, I'm wasting all this money. No, you're not wasting money. You're investing in data, which is going to help you figure out, oh, this ad sucks. This ad's awesome. This audience sucks. This audience awesome. Okay. I have a stock shares investment client right now, and they went through this process, and they started doing really well, and then Google made a change and it tanked. And I said, look, just keep going. It'll come good. So they were used to getting like $100 leads. They're getting like $50-$60 leads. Some days it's like $37 leads because they kept going. So it's a roller coaster, but once you find a good audience with a good ad and your landing page is optimized, man, YouTube is going to kill it for you. Absolutely kill it for you.
So you've been doing this for a while now. So what are some common mistakes that you see marketers make when it comes to YouTube advertising? How can these be avoided besides quitting too soon?
Oh, you stole one of my answers. So basically, one of the first ones is they don't spend enough.
Mhm.
They don't spend enough money. Okay. One of the biggest questions I asked is, how much do I spend?
Mhm.
Well, how many clients do you want? How fast do you want those clients?
Mhm.
Right? Do you want a lot of clients really fast? Let's spend a lot of money let's spend a lot of money.
What's a lot of
You
money?
know,
Like, what should somebody just starting out?
if it was me, like if it was, well, I wouldn't say me because I'm in a different position than a lot of other people, but if you can do $2,000 a month, that's a good starting position.
Okay.
You can do $2,000 a month, that's a good start because you can test out a bunch of ads, a bunch of audiences. You can get a lot of data with $2,000 to test your landing pages, that sort of thing. Do a bit of split testing there. Okay, that's a really good starting point that I would do. Like the absolute minimum would be like $1,000, but that's like, oh, that's like so slow. But the more you put into it, the more you'll get out of it, and the quicker it'll happen, right? So not spending enough. The other one I would say is taking a Facebook ad, like a Facebook video ad, and putting it into the YouTube, into as a YouTube ad.
Okay.
That's a big mistake.
Mm.
Okay, because the format, the structure for a Facebook ad is usually a lot different than a YouTube ad. Okay. You can do vice versa. You can take a YouTube ad and put it in Facebook, and it'll work fine, work well. Other way around, doesn't work so well.
Okay.
Yeah. That's another. Oh man. So the next two. So another one is following Google's recommendations. So when you create new campaigns, Google say, "Oh, we recommend you do this. Oh, we recommend you do that."
Mhm.
Okay. They're full of crap, right? The only thing they put those there is to suck more dough out of you, to give you less or the same amount of results.
Yep.
Right. So be very, very cautious with Google recommendations. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, when you start advertising on YouTube and you start spending a bit of money, what happens is a friendly Google Ads campaign, quote unquote, specialist will call you or email you and say, "Hey, so and so, my name's so and so from Google, and I want to help you optimize your campaigns." Okay. Once again, they are full of crap. They're full of crap. Okay. All they are is they're salesmen, and they get paid a commission on the difference of what you're spending now to what they spend after they speak to you. Right. How do I know this? Is because one of my employees used to be a Google specialist. Right. Yeah. So listening to them is a huge mistake. Now, be friendly to them. Okay. Be nice to them because they can be very, very handy. Like if your ads keep getting declined or rejected for stupid reasons, which does happen every now and then, you call them up, you say, "Hey, this is wrong." And they'll look at it and look at your landing page and they go, "Oh, okay." And then they'll get it going.
Those were good ones. But let's go back to you real quick. Since you've been doing it for a while and you actually coach people on YouTube ads, what is one important lesson that you have learned over the course of your YouTube marketing career?
The biggest thing is always be testing creatives. Always be testing creatives, right?
Yeah.
Like sometimes you'll have a creative that goes really well for a long time, and it also just stops, right? Well, you have to have other creatives that have been tested and in place to replace that one particular ad. Always be testing new creatives, new messages. Okay. Now it's very easy to do that. Okay. So just say I have a 2-minute video ad. Okay. The only thing I need to change in that ad is the hook. The hook is the number one thing, the number one thing to change with an ad. Okay. And so what you do is you just shoot a bunch of different hooks, right? Boom, hook 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, 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 boom. Record them all. And then all you do is you just get your video editor and you just cut the old one out, put a new one in, new ad. So the elevator pitch, story, the close, that can all be the same.
Yeah.
Right. All be the same. All you get to change hook out. So have different creatives. The landing page. Okay. your ads, the whole point of an ad is to generate traffic. Okay, to generate interest, to bring traffic to your business. Okay, your landing page, your website, whatever. Okay, it's your landing page job to convert. So you have traffic, which is important, but conversion is also important. So you need to be tracking your conversions on your page. You need to be testing headlines, testing VSLs, testing images. Like the headlines, your copy is going to be the biggest one. Okay.
Okay.
Now, here is a total massive gold nugget. If you have a campaign and you get 100 clicks, that does not mean all those 100 clicks went to your page. Okay? So the vast majority of traffic today, whether it's Facebook ads or for Google ads, search ads, whatever, or YouTube ads, comes from mobile devices. People are impatient. So if they click on your ad and it takes your landing page 8 seconds, 7 seconds to load, right? They're going to click away. They won't even see your page. So you've just paid for a click for nothing, right? So you need to make sure your landing page or your website load speed, the page load speed, where the content first comes up, the first paint content is 3 seconds or less. Okay. Because on average, 30%, no matter what platform you're using, 30% of all your traffic is never going to see your page on average. So if you go above 3 seconds, it increases. It increases even more. And I didn't realize this. We didn't realize this until earlier this year. Okay. And I was like, man, our conversion rate just sucks. Like, what's going on here? Right. And so I set up some conversion tracking so I could see when someone actually hits my landing page. We were losing 70%.
Wow.
I think the minimum was like 50%, right? But there were some campaigns we were losing 70% of our traffic due to slow landing page load speeds. And I was like, we have literally spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on ads, and we didn't realize this until like January this year.
Wow. And
because it just doesn't occur, because I just think, oh, I got 100 clicks, 100 people have seen my page. No. So always check that your load speed for your page is around 3 seconds or less. Like that's like probably the biggest most expensive learning I've ever had.
That is very valuable that you shared that, and thanks for sharing that, because part of the show is helping other people understand how to do things better and avoid mistakes by learning from others. So thanks for sharing that for sure.
Oh, that's a massive mistake, man. Like that's literally cost me, I don't know how many school lunches that's cost me, but it's cost me a lot, man.
So as we close the episode, what are 2 books or creators you recommend anyone should follow about YouTube ads that you have learned from?
The YouTube creators, there's not really anyone I've learned from about YouTube ads, because all of my learnings have just from like digging in the ditches, man. Like just me, just
any marketers out there you respect?
Okay, so there are, the first one is, okay, all right, there's 2. All right. I would say the 2 best ones that I've ever read that's like exponentially increased the value of my business, okay, is $100 Million Offers by Alex Hormozi. That book changed my business, like mine and Ben's business. It changed it because we looked at our offers completely different after that. Right. Anyways, I won't get too much into it because we don't have enough time. The next one is an older book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, by I think it's Andrew Carnegie. I think it's A. Carnegie. But anyways, that book itself not only has it changed the way that I am as a father, because I have 4 kids. I am as a husband, right? But how I treat potential leads, how I talk to potential leads, right? How I can help potential leads, see my way of thinking and like not manipulating them, right? But it's just like I find particularly new entrepreneurs, they have a mindset that needs to be reset because they've been like when you go through school, they teach you, like your parents teach you these certain, I don't know, principles that they're good, but yeah, it could be better, Same thing in school. And so with how to win friends and influence people, it's just like completely changed the way I interact with those around me. Yeah. So not with my business relationships and my personal relationships. So that's probably the 2 biggest ones I could think of.
Yeah, that's a really good book. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie.
Is it Dale Carnegie?
Dale Carnegie. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I have that one as well. I have as an audio
copy. Really
so as we close the episode, Marcus, how can people get in touch with you to learn more about you, or learn from you, and maybe even look into partnering with Titan Marketer? Yeah, so you can check out. So we have some free training on YouTube ads, and if you go to titanmarketer.com, you'll see my beautiful face and my business partner's not so beautiful face. No, I'm joking, Ben. So you'll see us, and then we have some free training on there, and then you can book a strategy call with us, and we'll tell you if YouTube ads is for you. Like if you're gonna call with us and we feel that YouTube ads is not gonna be for you, we'll just tell you, like, this is not gonna work for you right now. Because we don't want to waste your time, and we don't want you to waste your money on something that's not gonna work. Yeah. And then you can check out my YouTube channel. Just type in Marcus Svedin, and then you'll see my beautiful face on there somewhere. All about YouTube ads. It's hard to miss. Yeah, that's probably the best thing to do. That's it. Okay, perfect. Marcus, thank you so much for joining me today on the Marketing Tales show. And you shared a lot of good insights, good wisdom, and just appreciate your time today, my friend.
No worries, Chris. No worries.
Take care.
See ya.